I'm Peter Sutherland. We have been working with 13 schools across Indian River County that have joined with us at Pelican Island Audubon Society to invest in a small-scale gardening project with big ambitions. Using funds from the National Audubon Society and Toyota from their Together Green grant program, we have introduced square foot gardens, more than 80 of them, into 13 schools in the county. In this short video, we have asked the teachers and students to tell you what they think about the value of locally grown vegetables, the joy of growing their own food, the benefits to their diet of fresh vegetables, and how this intensive square foot gardening method helps to conserve water and energy and reduce the use of fertilizers and pesticides. The students will also tell you about the joy of just getting outside, planting, watering, picking, tasting, harvesting, and probably best of all, just getting their hands dirty in the soil. The students produce healthy vegetables which they take home, share with school kitchens or with local food pantries. They also learn about conservation of habitat for birds and other wildlife, and about insects, both bad and beneficial, that they find in the gardens, and about the conservation of our very precious water and energy resources.
I've always wanted to have the outdoor garden, and it's kind of been beyond what we had financially to be able to do. When it was approached to me that all the materials could be supplied and we just supply the labor, we have plenty of labor. And the kids, when they got to mix the dirt on step one and learn about compost and peat moss and the other dirt compounds to make the perfect pH. pH doesn't mean anything to them, but mixing the dirt is an experience that they're never going to forget.
The garden is on the edge of the cafeteria. So all of the kids that eat in the cafeteria, a lot of them make their way to the patio and over to the garden. I think it's been infectious with a lot of the teachers.
And this project has been one of the most phenomenal teaching tools and learning experiences, I would say, for staff and for especially our children.
My students have various physical disabilities, cognitive disabilities, but yet they have been able to absorb everything that we have been related our classroom to our garden.
A square foot didn't mean a whole lot to these kids until we started our garden. Now when they take out a ruler, they know that's a foot, they know that they can make a square of them, that's a square foot, and they're so into measuring anything they come across now. And it's gotten them really excited in measurement. It means something. Anything tangible, it really means something and leaves a lasting impression.
In 5th grade, one of our units is on plant and animal adaptations. So it really tied in with what plants we can grow in Florida, what adaptations they would need based on our heat and our climate. And so it really went well with Unit 10 in our science. Yeah. We've done a little bit of social studies where we've been looking up the history of different plants and where they come from and different aspects in that sense, yes.
The critical thinking curriculum is a little flexible, and I really love that. My whole idea is to make or to help facilitate independent thinking.
Now we're harvesting beautiful peppers and all kinds, tomatoes and strawberries and basil, and they're telling me, Miss Sharon, I love broccoli now. So this is just fabulous.
We did harvest some romaine lettuce, and we had a salad, and the kids were really excited about it, and the lettuce was delicious, and they were able to each bring home a bag of cilantro and a bag of basil, and they had made little labels and put them in the bags and talked to their parents about it.
And what I'm trying to show them is that you don't have to buy everything. You can grow it themselves. And the reason why this came from when I turned around and would be asking children where a tomato came from, where produce came from. Walmart, Publix. It's okay, that's where you buy it, but where did it come from? A truck? They really did not gather the concept of a garden, that it plants, they know it starts off as a seed, we are a 65% free and reduced lunch school. So our population is over 50% under income. So this way here, I'm hoping that they can eat healthier and be happier with it.
Like we take out carrots and we can take them to our parents to have salads.
My favorite thing is picking the lettuce and doing the nutrients.
My favorite thing of doing it is doing the nutrients because it's part of my job whenever we come in. So
Before we started doing anything, we learned the skills how to do it. Like we learned all about how plants reproduce and how they work and how they do photosynthesis and all that. And then we learned how to do area and learn how to do like cubic things. So we could figure out how much soil we need and how big the boxes have to be to make the plants work.
Well, it's lots of fun, and it was we were laughing. It's so fun, and we digged and we helped each other and we planted. We watered the. Sometimes we sprayed ourselves, but it was fun. So.
My favorite thing about the square foot garden is how we get to go out there and see how plants do their life cycle.
well, they start from a seed, and then they grow into a little plant, and then they grow bigger and bigger, and they start having little tomatoes or something, or onions.
Because you don't have to spend that much money on all the fruits and vegetables. You only have to spend 50 cents for the seeds, for 2 packets of seeds, and you can grow from there. And it's worth it, because you could get 50 tomatoes or something for only 50 cents.
Zachary has a look at that one. Oh, Zachary, wow. All those
There's a huge one.
Oh, yeah, look at this.
Really?
Look at this one. Look at this big old one.
Whoa.
Oh, my goodness me.
And our garden is growing really well.
It is, isn't it? You should all be proud of these gardens.
Just that it's been the greatest experience. I've been teaching 19 years, and this is the first time I've ever had this type of experience, and I feel that it was incredibly beneficial. The kids learned so much, and it was so neat that it's something in Florida that they can do year round.
Yeah.
So I thought it was awesome,
Now,
amazing.
what's the
I know the 4th grade are really excited to start 5th grade because they want to join the garden club. That's been the biggest thing.
So it's been a great experience, and it really is beautiful out there. And you can see even kids from other grades that walk by and they observe and look and see what's going on. So we're very thankful, and we hope we get to do it again.
I really hope that next year we're able to continue with this project. And I think now that my co-workers have seen the amazing experiences that the children have acquired, and that they would want to even be more of them, would want to participate. So I have big plans that I hope we can do it next year.
My goal is that the K, by the time they become 4, 5, they know it and they're done. And it just helps them with everything that's life in general, not just the CAT test, but has them prepared better for being self-sufficient and producing in our society.
Well, first of all, I love having the community support and having someone like Mr. Sutherland and the Audubon as a community support piece is, a wonderful, rich experience. One day there was an American kestrel out here, and so we could stop and talk about the American kestrel coming by and what part did he play in the ecosystem of the habitat and the gardens and predators and things eating our garden and things like that. So, having someone like Mr. Sutherland just there was wonderful. He was able to bring various volunteers with him too on various days too, so that's a great help, more hands. We're talking about, some programs from the child's point of view too. So I'm always looking for adult help and what does it do for the children. I mean, we can talk about math and science and all those good things and photosynthesis, but when it comes down to it, I just don't think our kids get outside enough. So I think there's something as simple as that pleasure that they get from the life of the garden transferred to them is worth every minute of it. We're very pleased, and as you can see from their little faces, that they're happy to be out there. They ask me every day, can we have garden club every day? And I'm like, no.
I'm excited about keeping it going because as I go, I keep coming up with new ideas with the composting. And yes, I definitely like to start continuing it and further it even.
We have 3 square foot gardens currently. I would like to expand that to 10, hopefully next year. So we'll see what Mr. Sutherland can do for us. And I think it would be fun because it's not, other classrooms have now seen what we have out there and they would like to be involved with it as well. So the more the merrier.
Thank you so much for your support, and I just hope and pray that we're able to continue this in the years ahead. Thank you.
Our funding, $9,900 from the Together Green program, has brought us through year 1, buying timber, tools, soil, plants and seeds. Now we need some locally generated funding to keep the successful program going for a second year and beyond, so that we can reach more schools and more students. We also need more community, school and PTA volunteers to help manage the gardens as we expand into other county schools. For more about our Square Foot Gardening Project, please contact the Pelican Island Audubon Society at piaudubon@bellsouth.net. Thank you.
Please tell Mr. Graham about Miss Kipp's box, please.
What have we got here? What have we got? Tomatoes. Huh?
Tell Mr. Graham about Miss Kipp's box.
These are your red lettuce.
Yeah.
No, these are onions. And these are strawberries. This is strawberries.
That's all strawberries. Boy, who planted that one?
What are these here?
Onions.
Onions. Can you smell them? See if you can smell them.
They smell good. Yeah, but it's not. This strawberry needs more growing.
Yeah.